You watched it so
many...
I will not beat a nut. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. You watched it so many times before, and now you're gonna watch it again. But it's been so many years since you last saw it, and now you show it to your friends, and they're like, what? How? What? Where is this? Why this film? Why this film?
Hello, and welcome back to Why This Film, the podcast where we pick a movie from your childhood, rewatch it, and then have a chat about it. It is the season finale, which of course means it is a drinking game. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, and I am here with Kieran.
Hello, I'm Kieran. Kieran Jenkins. Kieran M. Jenkins. What's
And
up?
his chosen movie is Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3.
We're doing a trilogy, baby.
We're doing the trilogy right here, right now.
Woo!
The drinking game, plural.
We're gonna sit through the whole trilogy in one go.
It's 6 hours. It's 1 o'clock in the morning now. We'll tell you what the sunrise is like. The IMDb breakdown of the first Back to the Future. Marty McFly, a 17-year-old high school student, is accidentally sent 30 years into the past in a time-travelling DeLorean invented by his close friend, the maverick scientist, Doc Brown. Your relationship with this movie?
I think one of the good. Well, this is a fucking great start, isn't it? Yeah. In terms of science fiction as a genre, certainly one of my first kind of touch-ins with it. I was brought up on Doctor Who and all of that lovely jubbly stuff, and so Back to My Future was kind of my Americanized kind of window into that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I certainly watched a lot of Doctor Who before Back to the Future, and it was one of the first sort of trilogies I knowingly completed. Certainly, I think it's also one of the reasons I have somewhat of an affinity for trilogies. I mean, nice appreciation for trilogies.
Nice,
I know a lot of people. That's a generalisation, but there's this sort of stigma about the third film not being as good as 1 and 2, which I disagree with. I think they're all great, and because that's always stuck with me, as kind of a perfect trilogy through, all in all.
Yeah.
It just made me like trilogy. That's it. And and just the soundtrack, the music by Alan Silvestri. It's just. It is escapism, I guess, simple as escapism in the greatest sense of the word, and being a lover of time travel as a kid, it was
completely up your street.
Completely up my street.
Yeah.
And is it bad to say it's just lovely and wholesome and
Honestly, I was going to say the same thing. I think these were recorded off the TV onto VHS, and I think my dad had seen them before, and so we sort of sat down to watch them, and obviously I was instantly hooked, and was because he'd also done that with Star Wars, and I was yeah, they're fine.
I actually watched Back to the Future before I even knew what Star Wars was.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, because especially for our generation, it was only just coming back into cinemas when we were 10, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But in terms of Back to the Future, yeah, I watch them, and they were always on at Christmas, and I will always watch them. Which one's your favourite?
3.
Controversial question. See, the Western genre is so male-dominated that I still enjoyed it as a sort of film.
Yeah.
But because it was Westernized, I was always I prefer 2.
No, it's not even because it's set in the Wild West. It's my favourite. It's because he makes a time machine train. Genuinely. That's why it's my favourite film. That last shot at the end. I've got my friend Ed here with me, Ed Dingley, fantastic actor. It's that fucking shot at the end where the train starts and and it goes, because obviously it's mirroring the shot at the end of Back to the Future 1 where the DeLorean flies into the camera, but it's the train. It was just I remember seeing that as a kid, like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And
You're still chasing that dream.
Never changed my opinion on it. No one can ever change my opinion on it.
Fair enough.
And again, I like it being the third movie, like, the relationship, not that the first film didn't establish Marty and Doc's relationship, but like by that point they've been through so much.
It's true. There's it's sweet, and it's wholesome, it's adventurous, it's romantic, it's got everything you could possibly want there. I think there was
incest
a quote.
in it.
Oh yeah, everybody loves a bit of incest. It's so hot right now, and like a reviewer once said, like, if you don't like Back to the Future, do you even like films at all? Kind of thing, and I think he had a point.
No, I mean, like. Yeah, I mean, obviously, in my opinion, everything's subjective. But like in terms of, it's not very political in the sense. It's not trying to say anything.
Yeah, it's just a good fucking movie.
It's a good movie. A bit of quick trivia.
Well, I was gonna say.
Oh, are you gonna do
you've
the
got
thing?
so much trivia.
I got so much trivia.
I'm putting 1 minute on the clock, and
Okay.
that is how long Kieran has to give us all of the trivia for the first Back to the Future movie. Are you ready?
Okay, hang on. Peanut butter buttercup. Peanut butter buttercup. Right, let's do this.
3, 2, 1, now.
Right, so the film was written by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale. Now, the reason it was written because Robert Zemeckis was visiting his parents and going through his yearbook, and he found out that his father was school's senior president, which he didn't know that. And he wrote the film because he was wondering if he and his dad would have got on if they went to the same school together. So that was kind of the idea. Got rejected by all the studios for so long, to the point where they even started rejecting people who wanted to produce it. Famously, they first turned down Steven Spielberg, of all people, who later signed on to lovingly produce the project. It was also produced by Bob Gale, who directed 1941, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Used Cars, and Neil Canton, who also produced The Adventures of Buckaroo Bonanza Across the Eighth Dimension. Its budget was I've gone over, I don't care. 19 million. The budget was $19 million. That was the budget, and the box office was $389.1 million. Like, what an intake. The film went on to gross, like, $210.61 million in North America and $178.5 million in the foreign countries, obviously accumulating in the grand total of the $389.1 million. I'll get one more. I've already failed at this. Obviously, the music by Alan Silvestri. He's a long-time composer of Robert Zemeckis, having worked on both Castaway and Forrest Gump. However, he's also done Predator, Predator 2, The Abyss, The Quick and the Dead, Mac and Me, Mouse Hunt, Stuart Little, The Mummy Returns, gas film, don't care what you say, Lilo and Stitch, Night at the Museum, and its sequels, obviously, and Ready Player One. And his most recent work being Captain America, The First Avenger, The Avengers, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame.
Well, that ended up being 2 minutes, but still pretty impressive.
Oh my god! So that's not even all of them. We'll go through these.
We'll get them. We'll get them 100%.
And it's going to get harder the drunker I get, by the way.
Oh yes, so it is a drinking game. So the rules, as they are for Back to the Future 1, 1985: drink whenever they say, "This is heavy."
This is heavy, Doc.
Drink whenever they say, "Great Scott."
Gah!
Drink whenever they say 1.21 gigawatts.
No! 1.21 gigawatts!
Drink when they say, "I hate manure."
Gas.
And drink for any chicken reference. Whether that be calling Marty McFly a chicken, him denying that he is a chicken, just any sort of vague chicken reference available to you.
Can I add one more?
Yes, please.
You know that that musical...
Mm-hmm.
Every time that's repeated.
Okay.
Because that's such an iconic kind of thing.
Of music.
Oh, when we get into this, like, I've got so much to say about the music as well. Like, there's always god, there's so much.
Should we?
Oh, let's just do it. Oh, I'm so excited. That's a reference not only to what happens at the end of the film, obviously, but that's obviously a reference to another film which I've just forgotten the name of. It's not in my notes. I'm so upset. It's an old 1930s film that a lot of people mistake for a Charlie Chaplin film, but it's actually not.
Ah.
I think one of the things that lends itself to being like wholesome as well is like it was a passion project. Like you can see the amount of care that's gone into like every element, like production design, sound design. In fact, I believe this was nominated for an Academy Award for the sound design. Actually, I think it got it.
I really love being eased into the movie in this way.
Hey, Doc.
Here he is, the man himself. So obviously, famously...
Such a great intro.
It's a great intro. Famously, Michael J. Fox was filming this at the same time as the sitcom Family Ties. Yeah, what he'd do is he'd do Family Ties in the morning. Yeah, he'd rehearse and film that in the morning. Then he'd go straight to set for Back to the Future, where he was, again, famously... apparently lifted and carried back to bed for like 2 hours of sleep by the drivers. Like Michael J. Fox worked his absolute arse off for this film.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that it's 8:25? Precisely. Yeah.
I'm late for school!
Oh, fucking hell, it's so good.
I'm drinking.
Oh. I've always wanted to do that. I would never, because I'm too frightened, but...
Oh, like fucking... After the film came out, fucking Michael J. Fox had to do a public statement like to kids saying like, please don't do that because you will die.
Oh my god.
Because they didn't want kids copying that. Don't need no credit card to ride this train.
Oh, and you're getting all bits of information that you need in like these shots, like, and no frame is wasted.
No frame is wasted, fucking Jennifer! So obviously Michael J. Fox was, yeah, McFly. Wasn't obviously the original person, but the girlfriend Jennifer was the original person, then couldn't do it because she was doing another sitcom, so I have the actor's name
Literally
somewhere.
everyone's been replaced consistently in this movie.
The only person who definitely got the part and always had the part is Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Like,
You got a real attitude problem, McFly.
you got a real attitude problem, McFly.
Your father, when he went here, he was a slacker too.
Which, that line always kind of bothered me because, like, George definitely wasn't the slacker, he was a
Yeah, he was like a
nerd.
nerd.
He's like a try-hard.
But like, I guess you could forgive it in that the teachers always remember what they want to remember, don't they?
Yeah, it's like, he's probably like, you're not doing PE or anything, you're not playing football.
Yeah, therefore you're not getting any scholarships anytime soon.
That's Alan Silvestri. That's the composer.
Huey Lewis.
No! That is Huey Lewis, I mean.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's what I thought.
Edit that out.
Haha, no.
Shit. He's like, this is bullshit, I'm the most good-looking fucking guy in here.
He is, he's such a sweetie.
I'd fuck him.
Oh my god, yeah.
Never gonna get a chance to play in front of
I love his voice as well, that sort of like squeaky but not squeaky.
He's definitely like, in between the first and the second one, there are some changes.
How old is he?
Oh, well, it's not in terms of puberty, but in terms of like, you know, second puberty when like.
Oh yeah.
Because I've done first puberty, but I've not got the I don't look like I'm 20 yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Second coming, yeah.
There's the second coming, exactly. So lovely cinematography. You were talking about the like no shots wasted. The cinematography done by Dean Cundy, who's another known collaborator with Robert Zemeckis, who also works with the likes of Steven Spielberg and John Carpenter. Dean was nominated for an Academy Award for his work on Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which he worked on. However, he's also worked extensively in the horror genre.
Nice.
So basically, he was DOP for The Witch That Came to Sea, The Creature from the Black Lake, Satan's Cheerleaders, which I find great. He worked on Halloween 1, 2, and 3. So the guy who did Halloween is the guy who did the guy that did Back to the Future, which I love.
I'll be my grandma's. Here.
So much respect to her father not doing a thing.
Yeah, he's just. Big shout out to Biff Tannen, big man. He's such a nice guy in real life.
Such a great villain. Like so real.
Yeah, because he's not like. He's just an arsehole, do you know what I mean?
Like we all know one of him.
Oh, I think I am one of them. How you doing, butthead? I'm gonna drink every time I say butthead. Do you like this movie, Ed? Because this is the first time you've seen it in like ages.
It is, but its elements come back to you. Because it's so iconic. So there are parts there, catchphrases like
you know it.
him grabbing George by the tie and knocking his head, going, "Hey, McFly! Hey,
McFly!
Think, George, think!"
Anyway, your grandpa.
Yeah, I love how also remains an alcoholic in this. It's right, Lorraine, we're right here with you. We're drinking amaretto, by the way. Amaretto and Copperberg Black in a little
I'm
keg.
going to give you Coca-Cola because I think the sugar will do you good.
Yeah, oh, by the way, if I start to sound delirious halfway through this fucking thing, it's because I've just come off of an 11-hour shift.
Oh, we haven't even met Doc yet.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Exciting, is
Like,
it?
the film's not even
Elusive
begun.
character. And yet we've already learned so fucking much. So much information that's going to come back.
Unorganised
If there's
chaos.
one thing in this life that I fucking adore, it's a plan and a payoff. And this entire movie, this entire trilogy.
Twin Pines Mall, chosen to Lone Pines, love it, set design.
Shout out to Stranger Things for including this film in their latest series.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's 1:16 a.m. there, but we're just over, aren't we now?
We're 1:32. Fuck.
That could have been so good.
This is one of
the best entrances.
so fucking. They went with the DeLorean because originally the time machine was going to be a fridge, but they changed it to a car because they didn't want kids getting in fridges and locking themselves in.
Isn't that funny how decisions are made because people think kids are stupid?
Well, it was Spielberg's idea, and he later reused the idea in that Indiana Jones the Crystal Skull. And so they chose the DeLorean, which is so. We'll get to that in a second. But Ford offered them so much money to do it,
Wow.
and they stuck their cars because the producers and writers said Doc Brown wouldn't drive a fucking Ford.
Yeah, it's so true.
Oh, there he is.
There's my guy.
Oh, look at him. That John Mulaney skit about Back to the Future where he's like, how old is this disgraced nuclear physicist? And he's like, oh, he's anything between like 40 or 80. Even we don't know.
It's so ambiguous. Oh yeah, they have such a wholesome relationship.
In an ironic sense, he himself is timeless.
He is. No, genuinely, that's a fucking great analogy because fucking
It's so true.
like he's got the big. Obviously, his
And he
look is
fits
based
in
off
every
Albert
time,
Einstein.
place as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
Einstein.
It's like rewatching it for the well, it's just like watching it for the first time for
yeah, I haven't seen it in years as well.
So he hits 88 miles an hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
I love that they were allowed to say shit in like, what was it, 12?
Yeah.
Was 12 even?
The 80s, man. Well, this is back when you could still smoke everywhere.
That's a good point.
Which, weird enough, you don't see a lot of, even when they go back to the
When they go back
50s.
to the 50s, which would be just a fog of smoke.
It would just be smoke everywhere. I was born too late. I would have fit in. Oh yeah, so all these shots when you see the DeLorean and Einstein sitting in the DeLorean, it's a man in a dog suit.
Oh, cute.
They didn't put a dog yet. That's a man in a dog suit there.
Out of time.
Yeah.
I've got to say, tried it in my car and I was disappointed.
I woke up in hospital, all 3 fractured ribs and a criminal record.
No one else could have played that role. It's Christopher Lloyd.
Would you like to know who could have played that role? Who was considered? I have the list. Hang on.
Are you telling me you built
Just
a
on the
time
side note.
machine?
Time machine.
If they played it right, they could have got away with a fridge on wheels.
Well, I don't think it would
Right.
have been as iconic.
No, absolutely not.
So, people who were considered are Jeff Goldblum,
A solid second place.
solid second place. Fucking John Cleese was considered.
I understand why, but I don't agree.
James Woods.
Fuck off, no, he's a homophobe.
Woo, yes. Gene Wilder, obviously.
Oh my god, yeah, fair.
Fucking. Funny enough, Christopher Lloyd was actually before he changed it halfway through filming. I think he was known as Chris Lloyd. They went for Christopher, which I certainly prefer. There's like 45 names here, but I'm trying to. Danny DeVito also was considered.
Interesting.
Kevin Conway, John Candy. I don't think they would have fit him in the suit though.
No.
Gene Hackman.
fair.
All
like valid choices. It just like he's.
It all starts at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one tells you where you're going. This one tells you where you are. This one tells you where you were.
Bit of trivia.
That was the day I invented time travel.
Nonchalantly. This is the first time he's mentioned this to him in their relationship, by the way. I just love how platonic it is, man.
Yeah, I like that there's no reason to justify this relationship. They're just friends.
No, it's just nice to see both of them working off of each other because they're always listening and they're always so connected. I believe everything they're saying all the time. What? That 1.0? Right. Yeah, it's meant to be. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, so it's meant to be gigawatts, but he couldn't say it right. So like he says gigawatts all the time. That's not gigawatts. Isn't a term. He's just saying it wrong.
I love it. Oh, even he's got a hazmat suit.
Einstein. He's got a little hood and everything. Like, doesn't even cover the whole of his body. It's a raincoat, essentially. It's a raincoat looking like a... No! He's going to die. There's an argument... Bastards! There's an argument to be made whether this is the first official term of events and he's actually dead and Marty does change this, or he's always influenced this. Although I guess with the fucking thing of twin minds being changed to lone minds, I'd be more inclined to say he's actually dead now.
Yes, yeah.
And he's literally changing.
Which, how insane, you meet this character, he's got batshit crazy
so
for 5
alive
minutes,
as well.
and then he just fucking gets killed.
Oh.
And what an excellent excuse to get him into the time machine.
Yeah, because
and
it's like, it's a car. It's a car, it's
to
like...
88. Because if it was a fridge, he wouldn't have had any real reason to get in the fridge. But like...
Exactly, how would you...
And to get up to 88 miles per hour because he's being chased by someone with a fucking gun. Like, it's just all valid, and I love validity in my movies. Like, justify the fuck out of everything because you just need to take that time to do it, and it's good.
Yeah, man.
Worth it.
Oh, it's a bazooka.
Oh, it's a bazooka. Oh no, it's the 50s and we're terrified of aliens because Russia.
So, fun fact.
I'll just let you enjoy that.
So, they're on Sherman's farm, right?
Yeah.
Or they're on Peabody Farm, and the little kid is...
Sherman.
Yeah, reference.
With you.
References, we got them.
You want them, we got them.
You want them, we fucking got them.
Plutonium shell, it's a purely platonic relationship.
Puns, we've got them.
You want them, we fucking got them.
We're Sandman. And were you just doing the fucking Shakira snakehead to Mr. Sandman?
Yeah, why not?
It's interesting how we glorify decades of history that, like, we're super shit to live in for most people.
Yeah, and this is quite glorified. It's like the cutesy version of the 50s.
By the way, also, all this is fake. This was all built.
Oh, cute.
The whole of Hill Valley was built. As reused for... I don't have the list on me, but fucking... It was reused for an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Nice.
It was reused for...
Yeah, all that
most
town
films.
hall and cocktail is very famous, isn't it? It's very iconic.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
There are some things where they had to recreate it, obviously, for the thing, but that's a real building. You can go to that. Right. Remember that guy? That original mayor?
Look at Jukebox, we must be in the 50s.
What's with the life preserver?
What's with the life preserver?
Hey.
Oh, coffee.
Oh, look at his shot!
Hey, McFly! What do you think you're doing?
Well, actually,
Why in the hell is he wearing 3D cinema glasses?
Because 50s, I think, ish.
Is Biff handsome or am I drunk?
He's buff, certainly.
Oh no.
He changed history.
Butterfly effect.
You can just tell that he doesn't get his bravery from his father.
We should definitely do a rule for Mum, is that you as well, because he says that like 5 fucking times.
Yeah.
Been asleep for almost 9 hours now.
What? He didn't say that fucking hard. Suck my dick.
Safe and sound now, back in good old 1955.
Why did she take off his trousers?
That is an excellent question.
Then come in here and eat your dinner.
Dinner.
What's great about like Back to the Future is because
You've seen this.
incest and like there are kind of subjects here, but because it's got time travel, which is such a ludicrous thing for us right now, like it doesn't matter because like it's like we don't need to question it like because
It's not about that. There's so much going on.
So much going on.
And it's all so good that we're not sat there focusing on what's bad.
Christopher's Mr. Lloyd, however you want to do it.
We know you're listening, sir.
We know you're listening, sir.
Great.
Really cool, because obviously this character is stuck with him like fucking shit on Velcro.
But also he loves it. Like,
you know that's the thing. That's the thing.
Whenever it's on TV, he'll sit and watch it, whereas Crispin Glover is never like.
Crispin Glover hates it.
Yeah.
Look
at him.
I think the most recent thing I've seen him in since this was the. Sorry, I got taken aback by the suction cup on the head. I forgot about that.
Kieran's died. R.I.P. Kieran. We're gonna carry on with that one.
It was in the Big Bang Theory for.
No way.
Yeah.
Playing as sort of this character.
He was so you know I was talking to you earlier about the Amazon.
Yeah.
He was in a horror film, a horror zombie film, and he literally just says, "Great Scott!" He's carried this like kind of thing with him, and he loves it, man.
A Million Ways to Die in the West as well, doing the exact same thing, just appearing and saying great stuff.
He's the best guy. Future boy.
Who's president of the United States in 1985?
Ronald Reagan.
Reagan, the actor.
I love him so much.
Nice car though.
Look at all the cute 50s cars. No one had a shitty car in the 50s.
Yeah, no one had a fucking shit Ford Focus, did they? The 1.01 gigawatts.
Oh, you need to drink for that.
He said this like 4 times, by the way.
So we're drinking 4 times for 1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gig. Oh my god, I will hurt you.
Crazy about me.
She's crazy about me.
Oh, alright, Marty. Calm the fuck down.
Marty knows he's hot. Hot people know they're hot. You can't fall asleep, by the way. Actually, you're getting comfortable. We're in this for a fucking long haul.
It's just gone too. It's good. I'm wide awake. Back to the Future. Roll credits. Ding.
Marty.
You interact with anybody else today besides me?
Oh yeah, by the way.
Only like my own mum.
Also,
no one important.
Also, I completely trashed your office 30 years from now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
He never tells them about that. Like throughout the whole franchise.
Oh, look at his cute 50s outfit.
I prefer his 80s now. And also, why are you allowed in the school?
Yeah, what the hell?
Why is Doc allowed in the school?
It's a different time, my friend.
Like, can you imagine if someone tried to do that today?
Right, can I just ask, like, genuinely, like, has the kick me sign ever worked for anyone?
Surely not.
Like, you feel it, like, this bit, right, okay, let's break this down. Like, whenever anything, like, it's like, you know those spider movies where, like, they turn around and they've got the spider on their back, like, you feel that shit.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me in that.
Yeah.
You know, especially, when there's something with weight on your clothes. You'd feel just depressing because you have to press it onto you.
You have to press the sellotape, won't you?
Butthead!
You want to drink for Butthead?
Right, he's trying to not be unborn here. Man's under a lot of pressure. Could you imagine that?
No.
Fucking like you have to keep yourself from being put out of existence. Fuck that. That's way too much pressure.
So stressful.
I feel pressure trying to pay my fucking rent, let alone fucking.
Don't we do this every day, in a sense?
Whoa.
Van Halen.
It was actually written by Eddie Van Halen, specifically for this film because they couldn't use any of his actual material from the other albums because of copyright or whatever, so he wrote that especially for that, and he described it as he just did some noise. More trivia.
My name is Darth Vader.
But like...
Which obviously I didn't get because I didn't even fucking see Star Wars.
Yeah, same. But then also George McFly is going to get to 1979 and be like... Wait.
No, because in this new timeline he's successful and he does not look like the guy that's seen Star Wars. He's like
but he's still
business
seen
tycoon.
Star Wars because the only reason same as who has a child and then there's like, you know what we should name this child? We should name him after that lad that helped us both out back in 1955, and then he grows up and looks exactly like.
But this is the thing. What if Marty McFly goes back and like they start calling him Ed or something?
Yeah.
Or Biff.
But they call him Marty.
What if they call him Biff?
Fuck. Oh, he's so sweet and gross.
Nothing's coming to my mind.
Whoa.
Crispin Glover, man, he's the
No, he's not.
creepy man from Charlie's Angels. So I know him as.
Fucking
Creepy
Charlie's
Jenna.
Angels. You have such an affiliation with Charlie's Angels. I think that's the film we've spoken the most about. Which kind of low-key annoys me. Not the Third Man or like Citizen Kane or even the Suffragettes or like. Oh, I'm your density. I mean, your destiny.
Oh my god, it's a dream.
Oh my god, it's a dream.
Hey! I mean, no, not a fan.
I'll give it back to you. He doesn't, by the way. Marty's a thief and a vandal.
I'd say if someone nicks my car, I would be like, wow, look at him go.
We just give it back.
I'm wrong. He's just a vandal. Question: would you, if someone said to you, "I'm from the future, we get to know each other quite well. On this is a tape of like the last time I met before I went back. This has quite a substantial thing about your future. Would you watch it? Do you reckon you'd watch it?"
It'd be terrifying, and I might put it off for a while. But you couldn't help but be like, oh, what?
Curiosity would get the better of you.
Preventative as well. Like maybe I could prepare myself for that night beforehand. Like whether that be financially or kindly. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if you're not saving your own life, at least you can get to get your affairs in order before you die or something.
I think I'd watch it straight away. I just have to know. What about you, Ed?
Sorry?
Fuck.
If someone gave you a tape and said this has substantial information about your future on it, would you watch it?
There would be a big part of me that would want to know, but I would not watch it.
Why?
You would abstain.
Why? Are you holding a mic to me right now? Why?
Sir, why?
So because I just would not want to know at all.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're just on the model scene where Doc is making a whole model of the town, which is fucking
Which is
great.
so great. You obviously spent the whole day doing it while Marty was at school, and it's like, hooray!
And causing fights in public.
His face.
Okay, so yeah, Lorraine is now in Doc's thing, and they're trying Doc's workshop, going after Marty, and Doc has just quickly hidden the time machine, and he's looking like, oh, his mum fancies the fuck out of him. Oh no, what has this person I will befriend in the future gotten himself into?
What a predicament.
This seems great as well, because like, how much of the day did Marty spend with George, like helping him around the house doing menial shit, with in the back of his mind going, I might not exist.
Fuck my mom. As soon as it's physically possible, I need you to fuck. But then this is the thing, if they fuck at a different time, surely a different sperm would go in, and then it wouldn't be Marty. Marty would come back, but he wouldn't exist because they didn't conceive him on the same time, so then it's a different child. Is that how it works?
Fuck me, yeah. We males get rid of. We get rid of. I mean, George definitely wanks.
Like all the time. So Marty could be.
Although, but like, is it like because it's still his DNA? Like, is it?
I'm not going to think about it because it's too big.
We're currently at 2:25 a.m. Going strong. Going strong.
I think it's wonderful that the town just let him put it up without asking any questions.
So true.
No planning
permit
permission.
needed.
It's a weather experiment.
Okay, you're our local crazy scientist. Guess you have free run of the town.
I'm really gonna miss you, Marty.
And you forget that it's two different Christopher Lloyds in this movie.
Christopher Lloyd plays 3 different versions of himself in this franchise.
It's crazy.
So good,
And
man.
they are distinctly different.
Yeah, like, because some show, like, experience. Marty! He took his mum, though!
It's so awkward.
He's just kissed his mum.
And she's just realised that she's kissed someone weird.
No, they took him in the boot, fam. They're literally kidnapping him. This is a crime now. This is a crime. Hey, get your damn hands off. You, get damn hands off. His heart must be in his fucking chest. His chest? Oh, no, that's where it already is.
Hell yeah!
And then George needs to. Come on, George. I want to hear the song. He just gives up. He just gives up.
She's fucking yelling at you for the love of God. Oh, so good.
Funnily enough, Robert Zemeckis didn't like that shot. Over
I
Sam
mean, it looks
vanishing.
incredibly fake.
She's actually calling for him and he's walking off.
Yeah, I know, what kind?
Oh, there we go.
Get your damn hands off!
Hell yeah.
Why does George Lee have super strength in the
I
last
know.
time? He knocked Biff out, he was like 6'2".
All he's been doing is reading comics and like climbing trees. Maybe that's it, climbing all those trees.
I never climb
Those
trees, that's
muscles
probably
up.
why I've never climbed trees.
Oh, I love it! Now I can play again.
He was up so fast.
There we go.
I
Hell
don't,
yeah! Makes no fucking sense, but I love it.
brilliant! Marty's just, everyone's back. George kissed her, everything's fine. He did it. Right, let's get to the song.
Hell yeah. That's implying that the white man wrote Johnny Be Good.
What the fuck?
How do the band know what the fuck to do?
Is he playing?
Sorry, but also, sorry, real quick, big ups to Chuck Berry for this song, because
yeah.
even on its own, it's fucking great.
So he's playing a song that hasn't been played yet today.
Yeah.
George McFly, the guy who is most bullied, and she just walks past and goes, George, have you ever thought of running for class president? No, obviously not, because up until
Everyone
this
hates it.
evening...
He had a kick me son in his
Yeah,
back.
and you
That's
all
a
agree.
classic.
They're all like, what the fuck have you done? I can't believe you've done this. Oh, fuck.
Kids are gonna love it.
Your kids are gonna love it.
What a strange thing to say.
I hope you don't mind, but George asked if he could take me home.
Go, he's a great guy. I was never interested in you. Go away, please.
Listen, I gotta go, but I wanted to.
But please name your kid after me, otherwise it's going to be super awkward when I get back home.
I want to thank you for all your good advice. I'll never forget it.
Holding the jacket.
He's cool now.
He's holding the jacket, waving. He's like, yeah, we're the one. Call me George. George.
Call me
If you
curious.
guys ever have kids,
If you guys ever have
when
kids.
he's 8 years old, accidentally sets fire to
What a weird thing to say to people!
So specific. Well, but obviously, like, he's 17. He didn't give a fuck.
Like, come
Such a
on.
nice name.
Such a nice name.
We should name our kid that.
Here we go.
But
Best
not
bit of the
our-
film.
Not the
Best
first
bit of the
kid that we have.
No! Refill the drink immediately.
We should name the second kid that we have Martin.
Right, so for the next half an hour has been some of the most influential cinema.
Oh, hang on,
Fuck
the
me.
dams. The dams.
The most influential. So as a writer, as a film goer, or whatever, fucking, this is how you do a finale.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is how you do a
One
third
of the
act.
greatest third acts ever.
Let's get home. Let's bring this home. I've been sitting forward
But why wouldn't you be?
15 minutes. Genuinely, I've been like leaning, my back's starting to strain.
What's the matter?
I feel like I'm way more drunk than you, and I'm so unhappy about that.
I'm an alcoholic. I can hold my drink really well.
So you're about 30 years, because he's got to play the long game. Do you know what I mean?
And like he'll know that he met him in 1955.
Mm.
It's so weird, man.
Now for that whole friendship, he's just got to pretend like he never met him.
Yeah. And then he's not like aware of like. Would you become obsessed with him? Would he look up when he was being born? Would he like
This
be
is
at
the
the
thing.
hospital that day?
How
and,
much
like,
would you like hang around at the school again?
And then and then have to like re-meet him in a way.
Oh, he's found the letter.
Uh-oh.
Find out in 30 years. It's about the future, isn't it?
It's about the future. Why didn't you just chuck it in the fucking car?
The consequences could be disastrous.
Could be disastrous.
To take your life.
Depends on it.
No.
Here we go. So the tree branch has just landed on the wire. Also, fun fact. Every time Christopher Lee is dead, R.I.P. Christopher Lloyd is so yeah. When he's up on there, he's looking scared. It's actually because he's fucking terrified of heights in real life.
And was he actually? They didn't like build a set that was close to the ground.
Oh no, he's up.
God, it's so fucking tense.
10 minutes, I'll do it.
No, don't.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor. Fluxing.
Flux capacitor. Fluxing.
No, it's not fucking ass.
Weird flux.
God, it fucking.
Weird flux, but okay.
Oh, weird flux, sorry.
Weird flux, but okay.
Hey.
Puns, we've got them.
They don't fucking make them like they used to.
They do. They just too lazy. Doesn't.
Hit the gas, Marty. Hit the fucking gas. Otherwise you're gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it, Marty.
You're gonna miss it, Marty.
Marty, you gotta hit the.
Gotta get the fucking flux going.
Gotta get the fucking. I sound like fucking Phil Mitchell. Go get your fucking flux capacitor, mate. Get out my fucking pub. What if Back to the Future was in Britain and Doc Brown was played by Vinnie Jones?
No! God, it's so fucking good!
Oh!
I'm
My
tense.
hat fell off.
I know what's gonna happen and I'm so tense.
Hard. It's because it's the pacing. It's timed perfect.
So I will always love the music, the soundtracks used for these films.
Alan Silvestri is so good. Doc having a major freak out. Doc just zip down the zip line.
Nailed it.
And come on. Dead.
You're dead. And he's gone back to the future. Iconic shot.
I think it was great that fucking we stay with Doc for this moment.
Yeah.
Like we're not because obviously in the beginning we go straight from the present to the past with Marcy, but now we're left with Doc for a little bit.
It's so good.
I love the celebration. A moment of wonder at his own genius.
And now you wait.
30 years.
Where you don't age or look any different except your hair grows a little bit longer.
He's like Eddie Murphy. Whoa, that seems like not a 1950s helicopter. Here we go. No, that hobo.
Oh yeah?
That was the old mayor from the 50s.
No.
That's what happened because of what Marty does, because that canteen workman became the mayor. So that's why he ended up as the homeless
You don't
person.
go from mayor to homeless person. That's
No, because he never was the mayor.
Oh, I see.
Because now, drunk drivers. Yes, same actor, same character, all confirmed.
So clever.
Payoff.
So clever.
So much detail in this film. Frostbite. They're great. I love how he bothered to like change outfits as well.
Like, Merry Christmas, Bank of America!
He's still got time. The DeLorean was marketed as the car of the future. So for the amount of times they show it breaking down.
Thank God that also in
they've
this
already
version
shot
of the
Doc in this
future,
bit, yeah.
they still run out of bullets.
Yeah, because everything's the same.
Like, but the butterfly effect would insist that it isn't.
No, but like fucking, he's only changed elements of life that affects his circle of people. Up until this point, the terrorists have had no effect on him, so they still would have picked the same gun.
Right.
They would have probably been the same manufacturer or whatever, and the bullet still would have jammed.
Hey.
Also, he had his eyes open. What, were you just pretending? Like,
Yeah, just for shits and gigs. I love it when people come into the shop like
Sometimes that can genuinely happen.
No, to be fair, yeah. People, I know someone who sleeps with their eyes open.
I do too.
Do you sleep with your eyes open?
I do from time to time.
That's calm, man.
Well, not for anyone that's nearby, it isn't.
But he sellotaped the
He
letter
went against his own rules.
for his friend because he saw him concerned.
Not all that talk.
About screwing up future events?
Well, I figured,
What the hell?
what the hell? He literally thought, no, what happened to your whole philosophy? I figured, fuck it, basically.
Fuck it. And also, like, it does put into question, like,
Maybe about 47.
who is he in this new future?
Take care.
Sorry?
Like, everything's changed so much. How can he possibly fit in with this family? How can he
Well, this
live
is what I was talking
with
about
the-
earlier.
Yeah, exactly. How can he live with the memories of living in the 50s and meeting his parents and
And
everything else?
this is why the
if they were
person
going
who
to name
plays
their
his dad is
child
like,
Marty, why is his older brother not called Marty? Why did they save the name for the second child still?
He didn't say specifically the third or second son.
But you know what I mean? If they had a name in mind, why wouldn't they name the first child that name?
And yeah, this is why the actor who played his dad didn't like
Was
the
like,
ending.
fuck this shit. I'm out.
And yeah, Doc just time travels away.
Travels away.
Yeah, because this is the thing. This whole film, it's his invention. He's not actually done any time travelling yet. Should we do this as well?
Oh. What?
Back in time. Which I think, personally, is better than Power of Love. I prefer it. I think it's better. I think
it's great. Power of Love's a classic, but this is the underdog.
Can't go back in time.
I love how he sleeps. He sleeps like Sid from Toy Story.
He's like, what the fuck?
Like, who is he? Is he like a lawyer in this world?
I don't think they actually ever say. Fucking the brother who's now wearing a suit. He's just drinking a cup of tea. The cup is fucking empty. I'm so upset, and I've only just seen that. And Biff cleans his dad's car now. Everything is right with the world. It just shows if you get punched out one day by a nerd, your life is ruined.
Your entire life is completely different. Hell yeah! You missing it?
Driving your fucking bin cans. And he looks ridiculous.
Oh, he looks fucking great.
We better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Cheers, mate. Back to the Future 1. Fucking here we go.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh.
End of Back to the Future 1. Any thoughts? I've taken over your podcast. Sorry.
So here we are.
Hi, welcome to Why This Film, a podcast by Kieran Jenkins. You may recognise me from such works as Doctor Who Guardian, Piqued Interest, and How to Ruin One's Life in 4 months or less. Question. Say this wasn't a trilogy, and this was just the film.
Yeah. Is the ending satisfying?
Yes. How does this hold up as a singular film for you guys?
I think it does. I genuinely think it does. I don't need to know. You know, like how The Incredibles ended with I'm the mole person, and they all
The
like,
Underminer.
That's the one. And then like they put the masks on.
Hi. Back in time. Sorry, go on.
And like I didn't need to see them fight the Underminer. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't ever need to see that because I
kind of didn't want to see it.
No, I didn't either. The story that was being told has been told, and therefore it's lovely that I see what's wrong with his kids. But like I never had to. Like it's a very good standalone movie. I think that's my 2 cents.
No, absolutely. Fucking. What about you, Ed? Well.
What exactly is the question? What, as a standalone film?
Yeah, say 2 and 3 didn't exist. Fucking, what would you say?
It still work?
I think overall, yes. It's got that,
Good. Right.
it's got that ending that it's up to your own imagination after what happens. We know.
Yeah, of course.
Well, when they wrote it, obviously, fucking, they didn't. I don't think they had an intention. I think obviously they set up a part 2 or whatever, but like it was never in them. Yeah, because obviously it had to be successful in order for it to get a sequel. So like there was that small window of purgatory where like, oh, this could just be it. But yeah, Emily's also gone to the toilet, so I don't know how to finish episode. This is the end of the episode 1 section. Sick. You watched it so many times before, and now you're gonna do it again. But it's been so many years since you last saw it, and now you're gonna do it to your friends. And they're like, oh my god, look at her butt. Why this film? It's better the second time around.
Like the movies.
Like the movies. Oh my god, Back to the Future is the best.
Time check. What's the time?
The time is now 3 minutes.
No.
It's
17 minutes past 3 o'clock in the morning.
17 minutes past 3 o'clock
We
in the
are
morning.
half a bottle of... No, that's most of the bottle of Disaronno down.
We still got the Copperberg keg.
Back to the Future, Part 2.
Part 2.
1989.
Good.
After visiting 2015, Marty McFly must repeat his visit to 1955 to prevent disastrous changes to 1985 without interfering with his first trip.
Yeah, he goes back again.
Back to the future.
Back to the future past,
back.
even though past, back, future past, back. 1889.
Back. It's the second movie. We're doing the drinking game. We are...
Do we have different rules for this?
Slightly.
Cool.
Back to the Future 2, 1989. hour and 48 minutes. Drink every time they say Doc.
Brilliant.
Drink every time they say future.
Inspired.
Drink every time they say or show the date.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Nice. Nice.
Drink every time they say
Chicken reference.
chicken reference.
Hey, McFly.
And drink every time Michael J. Fox plays a different character to Marty.
Yes, yes. This is so interestingly enough, and I did try and do a bit of research into this. So yeah, Michael J. Fox, like after Back to the Future 1, he plays like multiple parts in the next two films.
Why the fuck not?
Well, this is the thing. I tried to do research into this, and the only reason I can really find is because he wanted to. I don't think there's any actual reason behind it.
Fair enough, man. So, Kieran has 2 minutes to give us all the facts he can about Back to the Future 2, and your time...
Oh, fuck. Hang on. That's my first fucking fact.
Your time starts now.
Back to the Future 2, directed by Robert Zemeckis, produced by Neil Canton and Bob Gale. Robert Zemeckis was not a producer on this second one. All the returning cast, except two character changes, Lee Thompson, Thomas F. Wilson. Also edited by a guy called Harry. So one of the best. so the first film obviously had the budget of 19 million. This film had a budget of 40 million. So big budget thing. But it actually made less money than the first one. The first one obviously making 389.1 million. Okay. This one made 332 million. Right. So Bob Gale wrote most of the for most of the first draft by himself, as Zemeckis was busy filming a little fucking film called Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which actually also had Christopher Lloyd in as the villain, if you all remember that.
I do.
Which you should, sorry.
He sounded just like...
Yes, he did! Oh no, where's my notes? Oh yes. So the production designer, Rick Carter, he wanted to create a very detailed image of what his sort of vision of the future looked like, and he wanted to go in the opposite way to Blade Runner, which was a film.
Oh yeah.
So he wanted to get past the smoke and chrome, as he put it. Soundtrack was released by MCA Records on November the 2nd, 1989. All music related. I'm just reading Instagram. Not Instagram. Where's my notes? Cool. Ah, shit, I've got 15 more seconds. It took 2 years to finish the set building and writing the script before shooting could finally begin.
Wow.
Which is weird considering... Well, I know it's weird, it just took him 2 years. Oh, fuck me. Principal photography began in 1989, February the 20th, for a 3-week period. Nearing the conclusion of the film, the crew split, and while most remained shooting part 3, a few, including writer-producer Gale, focused on finishing number 2.
Nice.
And Zemeckis only spent a few hours per day supervising both films because he wanted to get an overall narrative of the product.
Nice.
I've got... Oh, I'll do one more.
Yeah.
I'll do one more. Fuck it. There's a brief moment of, obviously, the computer-generated imagery of a holographic shark used to promote the fictional George 19, but interestingly enough, it doesn't say Steven Spielberg as director, it actually says his son's name.
Oh, cute.
But his son didn't become a director, so...
Waste.
You fucked it up. Do you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to do a minute for the... I won't do it. I might do it. You have to believe in me. It's like fairies.
Okay. Yeah, all of you do. Clap whenever he does anything.
That's how you kill them, though.
No, you bring them back to life by clapping them. Here we are, Back to the Future 2.
A Robert Zemeckis film.
Hell
What?
yeah.
Some kind of an age difference. Also, your girlfriend.
It's so true. It's really interesting watching them, like, so back to back. God, she looks completely different. It's so obvious.
But generally...
But if you had time...
I didn't know this until I was researching it. As a kid, I didn't. This flew completely over my head.
Yeah.
This is obviously redone.
All redone, yeah.
Where? Back to the future.
Back to the future.
Roll credits, Ding.
Roll credits.
It's your kids, Marty.
It's your kids, Marty.
It's your kids, Marty.
Right. So the girl person who's Jennifer in this, she looks freaked out for most of the film. She's either freaked out or unconscious.
It's so true.
Roads. Where are we going? We don't need roads.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gas.
I like this. We're like floating through the clouds like we're in How to Train Your Dragon.
I think some of this footage was also used in Neverending Story when riding on the dragon.
You're joking. You're just saying that.
Look it up. Everyone look it up.
I refuse to believe you. That's too lovely.
Here we go, 2015, waiting on those flying cars.
Yeah. We should have recorded this on October 21st. Let's pretend that we are.
Shit.
Ooh.
It's technically still October.
Yeah, it's still October. It's just October 30th.
Fuck. We're so close to Halloween. It's Halloween today, technically.
Fuck yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
As this comes out on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Time travel. Time is non-linear.
I love that they need like signs in the sky now. Because of the sky highway. Do people not use roads in the same way then anymore?
Where they're going, they don't need roads.
It's so interesting, but there's still cars on roads in the background of this shot.
But they don't need roads where they're going.
But they've got roads
But
that
where
are
they're
being
going,
used.
they do not pay attention to the fucking film.
They've said it 4 times
Emily,
already.
Jesus, how are you running this podcast? Also, sorry, there's a channel called That Film Theory. Watch it, it's great. It's run by people who also work in what culture. They have a theory that, because obviously he knows the exact time of like the rent and shit, like Doc has done this whole thing with Marty multiple times, and Marty has died in certain points of the film, and I will show you
That's
exactly
really
where they are.
Cool.
Oh yeah, here we go. Drink. J Fox, Marshall rolling.
Oh shit, yeah, drink.
Gas. Those
Where
shoes
are those
exist now.
shoes?
No, they exist now. They
Oh,
brought them
do
out. They
they?
brought them out in 2015.
Fuck off. Can you imagine? There was probably a department in Nike that was like, right, we need to ensure that this happens by 2015.
It was a whole marketing gimmick. Yeah. I think there's promotional material I can show you.
I got a stupid hat.
I think I've got a hat like that. So they just dump her on the street.
Yeah, why not?
They don't leave her in the DeLorean.
This movie does not pass the Bechdel test.
And wait for a guy named Griff.
Griff! I wonder who that's related to. Could you guess? You guess who Griff is?
Fuck, we're gonna get drunk in this one. I can feel it already. My stomach's like, oh
Fucking
no.
drunk. When do you start getting drunk? That's what I want to fucking know.
Halfway through this?
Again, like, this is a thing that
The Cafe
insinuates she's
80s.
done this before. The cafe, yes. Here we go.
God, what does the future look like, lads?
2015. So we've got a red car so far. Posters.
That's on the road.
To be fair, that's what London looks like with all those posters and stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Police cars don't look like that.
Landing. Cute.
I wish hoverboards were a thing.
Everyone's wearing like really bright colours.
I love how it says no landing on the roads. Nice little detail
Yeah,
there.
it's cute. Here it is.
Here we go. And you see, directed by Matt Spielberg, it says. Yeah.
Oh, there's a Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, I was about to point that out. Yeah, that's the little thing. Elijah.
Little baby Elijah Wood.
Oh,
Hey, McFly.
hey, McFly.
Butthead. What's that supposed
Butthead.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
McFly.
Hello. Hey, McFly. I just want to say, fucking, prosthetics are fucking great, man. Really good old person actor.
I think it took me because I watched this when I was quite young. I think it took me a while. Oh, fucking classic.
But also, it's the same guy
The
there.
cast of Starlight Express have just landed.
Hey, Stargate called. They want their costumes back.
Literally. I thought it was different actors.
I told you, don't go too whack.
Probably because shit like this happened.
Yeah.
It blew my little mind without even realising.
Oh,
there he
my,
is.
my J Fox.
J Fox playing a different character.
Your shoes are built.
You just assaulted that man.
I love to make him look young. They've just given him like a dumb hairstyle.
Hard.
This guy's with my father.
I'm discussing with my father.
Honestly, why are they dressed like they're in the fucking tribe?
Because future.
Oh,
Chicken.
it's chicken!
Nobody calls me chicken.
What the fuck? You were just
Vandalism.
gonna batter his head in?
Oh. Hoverboard section. What? So iconic.
I love it. I love that we let it get away with being the exact same movie as before.
Yeah, like
But
here's
with a
the
different
thing.
colour scheme.
Where do references become lazy? Like, I still enjoy it.
But it's so good because
The
it's
music's so good.
it's so good. Ooh, CGI.
Can't have everything. Although the way they do the hoverboards is
It's really fucking cool.
because that's all practical.
Yeah, you can tell that it's practical.
Very familiar.
There's something very familiar about
I
all
think that's
this.
why they get away with it as well.
I think they're
It's like-
aware. They're obviously aware.
I would surely if you get a hoverboard wet, it'll cease working. Oh, it does.
Right, so this bit is one of the first instances in this theory I was talking about where Marty dies. Doc knows where to drop him off in the first thing because he knows that he gets his fucking head caved in by a bat.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
He's finding it
100 to
difficult.
1 shot.
He's finding it difficult to like talk with the prosthetics on.
Yeah, like that chin is.
He's like, oh God. Oh, it's bad.
Him fly.
Like it's a very. This is kind of a phalanx. I can't believe this one used to be my favourite, and already I'm like, oh, it's a
Wait
very.
till you see the third one, you'll look at that and be like, this is my favourite thing. This is everything I want.
Your whole philosophy, and I know you fucked it at the end of the first.
No,
movie.
but I completely changed him. He's a changed man after
Well, yeah.
that
So
now.
what is he gonna? Every time anything bad happens in the future.
He's his friend. He saved his life. He feels he owes him one. Do you know what I mean? I convinced you.
Oh, this is annoying.
The almanac.
Oh,
The amount of
it's
time
annoying.
spent on this fucking book annoys me. See, this is why when anyone ever says Back to the Future 2 is the best one, I always think but the whole almanac storyline is a bit long for me. But I'd certainly say these two's chemistry fucking carries most of this. But I think this is why most people regard it as their fucking favourites because they're both working their asses off in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's being kidnapped right now, fam.
No.
Time machine.
And you believe it.
Also, how do you know who Doc Brown is?
Yeah. You never meet him. Like
apart from now.
Does he remember?
You never met him before.
But does he remember seeing the DeLorean fly off at the end of the first movie?
He might actually.
It's the future, because look, female police officers.
Well, to be fair, in terms of...
Do you know what I mean? That being like, women can be anything except president and late night TV host.
What? Oh, say, can you see by the door?
Is that fucking Michael J. Fox?
Oh, yeah. Look at Einstein. That is not a person in a dog costume.
No.
I can wholeheartedly say that.
Well, when the scene screen repairman called Daddy a chicken, Daddy threw him out of the...
Also, I love because obviously they go back to Hill Valley or the future version of Hill Valley. This implies that he never moved out of the place he grew up in for like 30 years.
The whole, I love it, don't get me wrong, but the whole sort of incestuous calling your child your name but with Junior after it, them having all the same jobs, the bullying hierarchy stays the same. All of it is just like, ugh.
Oh, right. Easter egg coming up. One of the channels is porn. There we go. That's Michael J. Fox playing another person.
Oh, there he is, playing in future.
He's technically still Marty McFly, but there's a different version.
Also, like, how old are they meant to be? They look like 80. Like.
Well, again, I think it's... Well, I suppose it's... So 1985, 1995, 2005, 30 years. So he's 30 years old from 17. He should not look like that.
No, they look like he looks like a granddad, but they should look like fairly youthful still. I get it. They're doing a thing. Did they get cancer?
I love this bit.
I love this idea. I wish it existed.
Stop stealing. They got Needles. So the guy who plays Needles isn't actually an actor. He's a lead singer of a band.
Yeah, that's
for
what
life
I
of me, I can't
thought.
remember what the band is.
He's a Red Hot Chili Pepper or something. Because where can we find actors these days? It's not like millions of them are trained every year. Chicken! Why? Like, can you imagine having an ego so fragile that someone just needed to refer to you as a poultry and you, like, freak the fuck out?
Well, obviously that's their version of pussy at the time.
Please, no, I cannot be.
You're fired.
And then he faxes it to him in 2015.
This is heavy.
Hey, this is heavy.
Finally, I think there was a couple of heavies we missed in the first film.
Yeah, probably.
Also, in this version of reality, doesn't he already think Doc is... Where's Doc?
Yeah, where is Doc?
He's already... Because
Was he invited to the wedding?
Because this version of the timeline they're in is before Biff fucks everything up. So, like, Why doesn't he just ask Doc to get the time machine? Where's the time machine? What's going on? Oh, he was just talking about the Old West reference to the third film.
Oh, cute.
Reference to his girlfriend that he meets in the West.
Hey.
Right, so this whole thing was the major scene that was used in the marketing material.
Nice.
With the plane. We're back! Which is also something they said in the Force Awakens trailer with Han Solo and Chewbacca. Chewie, we're home. Yeah, I sucked you out. You thought I was going to say it back. I fucking mind gamed you.
Oh, well, congratulations. So Marty's literally been home from it. Sorry, but like Marty's literally been home from his adventures for like 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, hard. Like he's done the whole of Back to the Future 1, and then he's having to deal with all of this shit. Like I got on my fucking mind. Like I said, I struggled enough to pay my rent, let alone this shit.
So when he returns,
also they leave her a fucking kid.
He just fucking leave her on his thing.
They leave her out in public both fucking times.
They don't give a shit.
Marty, you're the
She could
worst
fucking
boyfriend.
die.
I remember bars being on these windows.
Oh.
Oh, graffiti.
Oh, graffiti that wasn't there before.
See, because Biff is...
Because Biff sucks so much that society has crumbled.
Because Biff is an arsehole. We just need an arsehole and influential stuff.
Right.
Dismantling this thing. Why is this the thing that convinces you? Because, like I said, how long have you been travelling time?
Yeah.
To be fair, you've been alright. It's Marty that's fucked everything up.
Yeah, all the time.
Because he's 17! Stop doing this!
Yeah,
Be a good supervisor. Every time you abandoned him.
It's not fair. What the fuck?
We live in Mad Max world now.
Yeah, it's literally like Fury Road territory. What the hell is happening? Hell Valley.
Hell Valley.
Is that the same hobo?
Same hobo. There you go.
Why would he still want Lorraine?
Because interconnected. Although he doesn't stay with her in this version.
Well, no. But... Nice.
Yeah, references.
You're safe and sound now.
You're safe and sound now.
Oh, it's cute. It's the same movie as last time. Also, like, what? Was Marty already born?
Sorry?
Or is Marty now Biff's child?
No, he's still George's. Like, fucking... But just her and George never got married, because I'm assuming this takes place after he punches her out and they date for a little bit.
But then when did she have time to have 3 kids?
But...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get... Hey, this is
Don't think about it.
This is why number 3 is my favourite. Right. This scene used to scare the shit out of me as a child, especially when Doc's already standing there. Like, and again, this is another thing. Like, Doc has done this before a lot of times. The music as well. Alan Silvestri, fucking hell, he like the man does tone fucking well.
Yeah, he does.
The way he can encapsulate like something. It's not even emotion. Something you feel within a moment and accentuate that into like minutes is incredible.
It's my book.
Yes, it is, Marty.
It's my fault if I hadn't bought that damn book. None of this would ever happen. It's all in the past.
So you nearly erase yourself from existence and you change an entire reality.
Literally. And all in like the same timeline. To say, like, he hasn't even gone to sleep yet.
No.
Any of that happen, I'd be like, Doc, I need to lie down for just 2 seconds. Cute!
Yeah. References.
Oh, we're doing
This is where Marty gets his idea from.
Yeah. This is the thing, I didn't get any of the fucking references in the third one.
Go.
And he's even wearing the same fucking poncho. Oh, he's literally... This is the thing, these movies are like, don't take it off, he's going to just shoot you again.
Bulletproof vest.
These movies are...
Bulletproof vest.
They're just, if they're not doing their own movie, they're doing a different movie. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the plot. Oh yeah,
There
good.
it is.
Good, the plot. The sports almanac.
Oh, this is another place where he might die.
So you know when he like fucking, he obviously jumps off the roof. That's on the DeLorean. There's no way he learns the DeLorean's there. So like the first time he goes splat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I hope this is making sense to you, because I don't know if it makes sense to me, but I'm really trying to make it clear for you, whoever's listening. If you are listening, I really love you for that.
He just admitted he shot his dad in the fucking...
He's monologuing because he thinks he's right.
You sly dog! You got me monologuing!
I know. He did in Aladdin.
He did do it. I can show you the world.
Except, yeah, like, first time he would have just gone, like, legs crumpled into the ground.
Like
he's literally doing fucking Aladdin!
He's literally got his arms crossed like, yo.
I wonder if Aladdin is referencing this, because this technically came first.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. This was made in 1999. Oh, fuck me! No, you're correct. Maybe. I need to Robert Zemeckis, if you're listening to this, because you answered that question, please, I need to know. I picked up this microphone so many times.
Oh, we're back in 1955.
1955! Should the DeLorean still be parked there?
Back to the future.
Back to the future.
Back to the future!
This is also good because this explains like why he was interested in Rain, because he's obviously like had history with her that we didn't see in number 1.
Yeah, it's true.
Because this
Is up her skirt?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not saying he's right in the way he's acting about it, but his interests are still there. And because Marty isn't technically interacting with this part of the conversation, we can say this happened in the first film. We just didn't see it. Stop leaving her! Stop leaving! How about this? Stop leaving an unconscious woman in the fucking streets. How about that, ladies and gentlemen?
Just for a start.
Why did you even consider the fact that you could leave her even in the trunk or in the back seat or fucking anywhere?
Literally anywhere that's not the street.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's like 4:30 in the morning.
It's 4:30 in the morning.
4:35.
Remember, your mother is at that exact
And that's the Disaronno gone.
We did it!
You're conducting some sort of
Weather experiment.
How did you know that? Oh, I happen to have had a little experience.
Also, how do you not recognise it's your own voice?
It's the same fucking movie. We're doing the movie again. We're doing the same movies. So here we are.
It's back to the first one.
I love it. No one ever dresses as this Marty McFly, do they? For anything.
What, the hat and trench coat?
Yeah.
The
leather jacket and the trilby. And with the binoculars.
It's a look. It is a look, to be
they
fair.
go for the jeans and red body warmer McFly.
To him, that was like probably 2-3 hours ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours ago that he was actually doing that. Oh, you heard that, but you didn't hear him on the walkie-talkie right behind you. Fuck you.
Yeah. So yeah, Back to the Future 2 is the best movie. Back to the Future 2 is the best movie.
Fucking Michael J. Fox wasn't reaching that magazine.
He's not 4 foot, is he?
Yeah, because that's Christopher Lloyd is 6'1" and he's like 4 foot.
Oh, this is totally in my notes.
And what have we here?
What have we here?
He looks different than he does in the first movie, and it's slightly upsetting me because he's clearly grown older as a human person because we age.
Do we?
I've heard.
I'm not going to lick forever. Lick for. Stop the podcast.
No.
Delete everything.
No. Oh, I felt that.
Wait,
Ow.
right, so for those of you who are watching along, which I doubt you are, fucking his hand has just been crushed by the principal.
By the principal's chair against the desk, and it's around the knuckle. Fuck me. No!
Wait. No!
No!
Also, he said like dot like 5 times, by the way. Gets caught in your fucking
Oh, this is the thing. If they say or show the date, and they've done that, like, was blood.
You need to drink more. There's way too much in that glass.
This is mostly Coke.
Bigger gulps.
Where did he go?
Let's do an. Oh, here we go.
Look, how do you get up on stage? I don't know, but when he gets down, we're gonna nail it.
Cute.
Because that was him like a couple of hours ago.
Literally, he must be so tired. He must have chugged a Red Bull in the back of the DeLorean.
Didn't invent Red Bull back then.
Fuck! But your kids are gonna love it.
Your kids are gonna love it.
But your kids are gonna love it.
It's like my favourite line from Back to the Future, I think.
Really?
It's just really great. I don't know why, it just sort of sums it up.
I'll be there.
Also, another reason why I think Doc's done this so much times, that film theory, it's because he's insisted on the walkie-talkies, so he knows what he's doing at all times,
Right.
because without the communication, you just wonder if you fucking get killed again.
Hey, butthead.
Oh fuck.
Butthead! Yo, you want a beef? No, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, chicken. No! No!
You forgot he gets the almanac and then Biff fucking takes it off him again.
No! Fuck! I'm fully invested in this fucking movie. This is why it's my favourite. I forgot.
Whoa, no. You forgot that one bit in the movie that you've been questioning this whole fucking time. Do not let the nostalgia blind your logic.
Oh, nostalgia blinds everything.
Fuck it, I hate it. I hate nostalgia. Nostalgia is the death of reason and art.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's like 4:52. We're nearly at 5 in the morning, folks.
Hell yeah. It's not as dramatic as the first one's climax, not gonna lie.
We're not at the proper climax.
This movie somehow feels longer, even though it's shorter. I think it's quite episodic.
Yeah, I think there's more going on in it. Like fucking in the fucking first one, all he has to deal with is fucking make sure his parents get together. That's it. In this one, fix a kid. Then fucking. Then he wants to do the almanac thing. Then Biff gets the almanac. Getting the almanac back from Biff. Biff stole the almanac back. Getting the almanac back from Biff again. Like,
yeah, it's so true.
There's like so many more things he's got to do.
Lots of endings to tie up. Whereas in the first one, there's only one ending. It's like Star Wars. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Whoa!
And this has happened like 3 times now, where he's like almost hit something, and like this scene has lasted my entire life.
Literally started 20 seconds ago.
Oh my god, I didn't. Oh, he's got it! He's got the almanac!
He's got the almanac, he did it.
Oh no!
Right, so this whole bit, fucking, well, you know the string comes out at the end of the tunnel?
No, I didn't know that. But go
You've
on.
seen this, well you should
I know,
do.
but not for a
right,
while.
well fucking, at the end of the tunnel, the string comes down and climbs up with Castbox glory in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That film theory again, fucking, he gets splattered by the car before this happens.
Nice.
Let's zoom out. Wait for it.
I hate manure!
What's the keg?
Oh.
I know, I need the keg. Give me the keg.
I'm giving. I'm drunk now. Are you happy? Are you happy?
I'm not as drunk as I fucking.
Is this what you want?
It is what I want, but you could be drunker.
Oh no, what's happening now?
Give me your glass.
Or is it okay?
George McFly honoured.
They used the same picture.
Right. Oh yeah, because this is the setup for the third film.
Hey.
Well, be careful! You don't want to get struck by lightning!
Yeah, Doc's just got zapped back in midair and flying now.
Struck by lightning.
He's trapped in 1955.
Fuck. Oh god, I'd forgotten this whole bit happened. How the fuck's he gonna get home? Fuck!
This is why the third movie's the best.
And this is also why the second movie is remembered. Because it's
what? Because it sets up the third movie, which is superior. By the way, you provided no commentary as to why the second movie is superior. You've been complaining about it for the first half, and then that one scene happened. You were like, "Oh my god, I remember why this is the best movie." I said, "No, you're nostalgic having your vision," and he was like, "Yeah, it is, and I'm totally cool with that."
It was given to us with the explicit instructions that it be delivered to a young man with your description, answering to the name of Marty.
He's in the old west, but he's alive!
Oh, so it's changed. So he loses the celebratory moment.
No, I think it's just because like you know how like Marty, the first and second film, it's all happened at the same time. Now the second and third film, it's all happening at the same time for the 1950s.
Yeah, I'm with you. This movie is just reminding me how good the first movie is.
First movie's great. Third movie's better.
We'll see.
We will see.
We at least get a new female character.
Hard. I don't think we've seen another female that hasn't been unconscious yet. There's Marty!
There he is. Bum!
Doc's so happy with himself. Right. No! Great Scott!
Drink. Hey, now he's unconscious.
So many.
Is this how this movie ends?
That's how this movie ends. Liberty
To be
be
concluded.
concluded. So we did it. Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2. It is 5 past 5?
No, it is It is 5-5. You got that spot the fuck on.
Flea, that's it, Flea.
Fair enough.
Flea from, Red Hot Chili Peppers, right?
Yeah. I
it.
couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, it's fucking Flea.
So, you lead this one. Fuck it.
So that was Back to the Future 2. We finished the Distronic. We're not really following the games of the drinking game. We're just drinking.
We're just drinking at this point.
But it's all good.
Do you have anything to say? Well, this is regarded as like when you talk to the general population in a general sense, they will usually talk about Back to the Future 2.
I had a lot of problems with it. I don't know if it's because I'm tired and drunk. But then that thing happened at the end, and then suddenly I was like completely.
What was the thing?
Back. He got knocked out halfway through saying the word chicken, and I was like,
"Oh, what, Marty? Yeah.
This movie's great." And like everything that happened from that point on, I was like, "I love this." But you're right in that there's sort of too much going on.
There's a lot going on,
and that's why I forget it a lot because it's too much to remember.
There's more elements to this movie than you think there is.
Yeah.
And like, does it make it overcrowded? Maybe, but is it one of the elements that make it iconic? Also, maybe.
Yeah.
Like fucking, there's so many acts to this film. Like, if we're saying the first Back to the Future is a classic 3-act structure, I'd say Back to the Future 2 is a 5-act structure. Again, there's some great passion behind it. Again, great cinematography. Great sound design.
It's very clever use of like the same actor playing two different characters and having conversations with themselves. Like it's charming, and I wonder if it's the sort of first time audiences would have seen a thing like that, especially the use of the green screen and the effects in that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't say for sure, but like I imagine it, even if it wasn't the first thing to have done it, it was perhaps one of the more mainstream things to have done it. But again, I can't say for sure.
It had a more substantial budget, a less substantial take, but it still did very, very well. Obviously enough to warrant, I think I'd say the two sequels that came off the back of the first one was more to do with the first one than the success of the second one, considering they obviously shot both the second and third one back to back. But as you know, this town ain't big enough for the two of us, so why don't we get our asses into number 3?
I'm very excited.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Right. You watched it so many times before, and now you're gonna watch it again. But it's been so many years since you last saw it, now you're gonna share it with friends. And they're like, oh my god, what the fuck is the lizard over there? Oh no, why this film? Why this film?
Hello,
It is
movie 3.
It's 5:20 in the morning.
It's 5:20 in the morning. We're on to Back to the Future 3.
We did it.
The IMDb breakdown. Learning about the death of Doc Brown in 1885, Marty travels back in time to save him, but when the fuel tank on the time machine is punctured, the two must figure out a way to escape the Old West before Emmett is murdered. I didn't take a single bit of breath for that. Are you impressed?
Yeah, no, that was great, mate.
I should have breathed. That was fine. We're in Back to the Future 3, a movie that came out in 1990. It is 1 hour and 58 minutes long. You drink every time you say Doc, every time they say future,
Brilliant.
Every time they say Great Scott, when they say or show the date, when someone falls down, and when there is a chicken reference. I'm putting 2 minutes on the clock to give Kieran his fact machine time thing. You ready?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, time.
So Clint Eastwood was asked for permission about his name being used for the Marty in the film. He consented and was asked to be tickled.
Tickled?
He was said to be tickled by the homage. He wasn't asked to be tickled. When Mag Tannen tries to lynch Marty, Michael J. Fox accidentally hanged for real, rendering him unconscious for a short time. Records in this autobiography, The Lucky Man, which he published in 2002. Thomas F. Wilson, who plays Mag Tannen, performed all his horse riding stunts himself.
No way.
Yeah. He also did the trick where he lassos Marty just before he met 1885 Doc. Fucking the first scene in this movie where Marty goes back to the future in the time machine powered by a bolt of lightning striking the clock tower. It appears in all 3 films, so it's the same shot.
Nice.
The 1885 film setting was partially due to the suggestion by Michael J. Fox.
He was just in charge of everything, though.
He was just in charge of everything. He was playing all the characters of the day.
Let him do whatever he wants.
He commented to the producers how he always thought it would be fun to act in a western.
Aww.
Which is
the dying genre.
Dying genre, exactly.
The genre that is now dead.
Hey, fucking Breaking Bad was apparently a modern western. Logan.
I didn't like either of those things. And I don't like the western genre, so yeah, they probably are westerns.
That's fair. The part of Seamus McFly was originally written for Crispin Glover because they hoped he'd repent for the third one, but he didn't. He didn't. And the only film it's the only film in the trilogy where Marty and Doc Brown exchange catchphrases. Marty says "Great Scott," and Doc Brown replies, "Yeah, this is heavy," while talking about the tombstone photo. And finally, the DeLorean used in the filming of this movie was on display at the Planet Hollywood restaurant in Honolulu, Hawaii. It is suspended from the ceiling and hung upside down.
That's
to give but it's to give the restaurant patrons a better view of the vehicle from above. But the restaurant closed in 2010.
Oh, boo! Where is it now then?
I think they dismantled it.
Boo!
Boo!
That was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It's time for Back to the Future 3.
It's time for Back to the Future.
Have I given you the IMDb breakdown?
Yes.
Have I given you the rules?
Yes.
We both have...
It's the same as the second one.
No.
Like, literally,
because it's the same movie.
You had 3 hours in that, bub. That's what you came up with.
We've decided. We're on cider now.
We've got nothing else.
We've got cider. Let's watch the fucking movie.
Let's fucking do this. Universal and MC8 Company.
Hell yeah.
Steven Spielberg presents.
November 12th?
That's a date.
1955.
So this is the film with the most references, obviously, because it's the last one. And the best one!
There's no flames on the ground where there usually is.
Can't get the continuity these days. Brilliant.
Did they not expect me to watch these only in a back-to-back context?
I don't think they did expect specifically you.
That's their mistake.
Oh, obviously picking up from the end of the second one.
And the second one.
Back to the Future.
Roll credits, ding.
Roll credits.
I'm back from the future.
Scott.
Ridge Scott. Back to the Future. Part 3.
Let's fucking go.
It's 5:30 in the morning. Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox it is. They return to the fucking names in front of credits of clouds.
Yeah, but the clouds are stormy and ominous, which is interesting because the second movie is usually meant to be the darker one of the trilogy. Such a nice house.
What? It's interesting you say that. Fucking. Because would you say Dead Man's Chest is more darker than At World's End?
No, and they'll have heard my thoughts on World's End by this point because I did an episode on it.
You did? Who was that with again?
Some stranger from the internet.
Sick. Would you say that Alien 3 is darker than Aliens?
What would you say if I said I've never seen Alien 3?
I'd say we're going to have to watch that.
And this is the first time he's slept. I'm really glad that they're taking time out.
Yes, the screenplay is primarily Bob Gale. Now he's got the writer's credit from it, but Robert Zemeckis returned to direct. Didn't produce this one or the second one. Back to the Future has always been good with the establishing shots.
But the second one kind of missed it in a way that this one is going back. Great Scott.
Sending the necessary 1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts.
We're in the DeLorean and it got struck by lightning and got sent back to 1885.
Just in case you missed the second movie, Michael J. Fox is here to give you a quick recap.
But again, it's like he's doubting him again. After everything you went through in the first movie, why are you doubting this man?
Because you gotta deny your call to adventure. Fucking, that's how things work.
That's how things work. Pretty heavy, dark.
You can't fall asleep on me.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Sleep. Fuck!
You backed it. You stood it up.
I heard it and I lost it. I lost it.
He's your dog, Doc. Einstein. It's what you call your dog in 1985.
What do you call it now?
He doesn't have it yet.
But there's a dog in the room.
There's not.
What is Marty petting right now? A fucking dog. He's playing chess with a dog.
What, if you think about 30 years, that's probably not the Einstein we meet in number one. That's just hit you, innit? That dog grows up and he probably has another one and he gets the same breed and he calls it Einstein. He's probably called that one Newton or something.
That dog's gonna die.
Every dog's gonna die.
Oh, that dog knows. It heard me. He started wailing.
Fuck. Blow up the crypt.
Blow up a mine.
See,
What?
get straight to the point. Best film.
It's fair. Can't deny it. Meanwhile, the second movie was like dicking about a bit.
I'm gonna document everything.
Hard. To be fair, this for me, this goes back to the 3X structure. Get back to the past, get to old Doc. Fucking, oh shit, things going. How do we do that? Fucking, Biff wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Everything
So
makes
it's
sense.
4 rather than 3, but at least it's not 6.
But
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. They've done that shot twice now. I'm already bored of it. Sorry, movie.
Do you want to describe what that shot is for the listeners? Yeah. I keep saying viewers.
I know
I'm
you
so.
do. It's when he's got the magnifying glass over his mouth.
Yeah.
Also, like, what?
I want to be a cowboy, but I'm going to be a scientist. Those two could not be further apart from the truth.
Also, like, someone as smart as you must know that being a cowboy is not what, like, being a cowboy is in the movies.
You're not far off, Doc.
Not far off, Doc.
I love how the gravestone is exposition gravestone. It's like, here lies this person who died on this day, and here's how they died.
And this is the plot.
Whose fucking gravestone depicts how they died, especially if they were murdered horribly and buried by their
Yeah,
wife?
fucking Kieran Jenkins strangled by his fucking butler.
What a way to
Fucking
go.
stabbed in an alleyway because over his iPhone 7S.
Buried by his beloved, like, whatever. And
Buried by
shit,
his...
and, like, that person would be like, yes, put that on the gravestone.
It could have been another Emmett Brown back in 1885. No.
Stop it, Marty, come on, man.
Great Scott!
Great Scott! I've not thrown up yet, that's good. Bringing you home.
Bringing you home.
Fucking best bromance in the world.
Oh, I love that top as well.
Oh yeah, you remember that top in the second film?
Yeah, I do. I'm waiting for it to come back.
Don't worry, I'm not forgotten about that Easter egg. Especially you listeners, you thought I forgot. No? Waiting on the third film.
You would...
I'm no amateur.
Oh, what about that floating device?
What about that floating device?
It's called a hoverboard. Use the name. Like...
They're in the 50s still.
Yeah, but like you know the word hover.
They've only just had the film The Blob.
And you know the word board. Yeah, I just realised his top is like Wild West based, which is super cute and appropriate. And I wonder how long you took picking out his outfit.
His top in the second one is Wild West based. It has cowboys and cactuses on it. The one in the second film, the one he wears.
Oh, the like yellow one.
It's blue with yellow things on it. You're so unobservant.
Yeah, it was like yellow with shit on it.
No, it's blue with shit on it.
It's yellow with shit on it. We'll see it again, right? You're not going to hit 88 miles per hour. That's not a long enough stretch.
No, it's DeLorean. The car of the future. By the way, by the time this film came out, DeLoreans were already going out of fashion.
No. But they've been immortalised, and I think the owner of the DeLorean messaged this movie and was like...
Oh yeah, no, he said thank you for like...
For literally immortalising my car.
But that was at the first film, before he went bankrupt, and they no longer make DeLoreans. Oh, we did it! Fuck,
yeah, we're back in the West now.
We're in the West. Arrow and the thing. Fuck the fuel tank, he's trapped forever.
Oh shit on it. Fuck a duck.
The worst thing he could have done was pull it out. He pulled it out. Marty's fucked the whole thing again.
Should have taken some lessons from Boromir. Just keep it in, man.
But he died.
It's only 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's a bear!
So animals used in like films and like what's your take? Yeah, no one's asked you the hard hitting questions, have they?
Don't do it, man.
Oh, he's unconscious again.
Unconscious!
And he's a character. Look.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Because in one of the movies they refer to George McFly as Irish.
Yeah, that's he's from the Irish Settlers.
Immigrant. Love it.
It's the same actress. Fair dues for her. She's the only other one. Yeah, the only other character that's been for all three films apart from Biff Tannen as well. So it's Mike McFly, Doc, his mum, Biff Tannen.
Nice. Cute. They're doing the thing from the first movie and also the second movie.
Mom, is that you?
Mom, is that you?
Me husband.
Me husband.
If I was in this fucking trilogy.
To be fair, she's doing an Irish accent.
I was gonna say, if I was in this trilogy and the script turned up for the third movie and they were like, P.S. this time around.
You're doing an Irish accent.
I'd be like, fuck. What's the plot happening? What's going on?
You know what the plot is. Don't play with my emotions.
Can they not do like a... Is he allowed to touch that baby? It's not like Rose in that EastEnders episode of Doctor Who.
No, because obviously fucking Lorraine touches his leg, doesn't she?
And like makes out with him. They got that.
Hill Valley.
Oh, this is such a good shot. This was the trailer shot and it's so good.
Yeah.
Is that... Dun, 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 dun.
Because they did a Western version of the thing, yeah.
The thing, what is it? The Magnificent Seven? Is that what that is?
I can't say.
I think it is.
But I'll trust your judgment.
Or like...
Meat Market.
Something. I don't know. Hey, is he shoveling manure? Oh, it's A. Jones! Hey! That is a man that has kept his business going for literally... hundreds of years. But you could never talk to anyone about your adventures. Like,
I think I'd be very responsible. I think I'd talk to everybody.
Well, I would, but they would call you crazy and you might end up getting like lost.
No, I'd just talk to my pals and that.
You'd just be like, hey, like, I used to hang out with a disgraced nuclear physicist and we traveled.
Used to? You wouldn't continue hanging out with him?
He's on a fucking train with Clara.
Alright, so all three of those guys, they're classic Western actors.
Must have got that shirt off on the dead Chinese.
Right, that's the fucking Sheriff of Nottingham from Disney's Robin Hood. I always knew that. He's also the dog in Fox and the Hound. The, like, old dog.
You want water, you better go...
You want water, you better go dug your head in the horse ghetto.
We pour whiskey.
In here, we pour whiskey. Oh, no, I can do that better. In here, we pour whiskey. Here we go. Hey, McFly! Never come in here no more. So that's Biff Tannen's ancestor. Yeah, it's the same actor.
Yeah. This is the thing. I'm still confused because he's so versatile. Like I know he's
so
playing
good.
like
He's
the
so
same
good.
character,
He's so good.
but they inhabit these different characters throughout these movies.
Oh shit!
I hate that name.
Mad Dog.
Why?
I hate that name.
It's kind of cool. They could call you like something stupid and lame, but they don't. They call you.
They could call you a noodle poodle.
Yeah.
But that's actually obviously Michael J. Fox being dragged from fucking real.
Hey, I thought it was a stunt double. Not because it's making it obvious that it's a stunt double, just because if I was Michael J. Fox by this point, I'd be like, I'm good.
Well, remember they shot the second one and third one back to back.
That's true. Oh, ow! That almost looked like it wasn't meant to happen.
That probably was a stunt person. The one where it crashes into stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's so dirty.
Obviously, this is famously where he fucking
nearly chokes to death. Did they keep the shot in where he like actually nearly dies?
I don't know. That's not documented anywhere that I could find. Oh, also Doc Brown's back, by the way.
Hey.
One day you're gonna get a bullet in your back.
It's gonna be by me, and we're gonna explicitly write it on your gravestone.
Also, this is the first film in the franchise where a Tannen and Doc actually interact. But it's good to see him, Mario.
Because, like, which Doc is this?
This is the one from 1985.
So it's his original Doc.
It's his original Doc that got sent back to 1955. So Doc has been here for like 8 months, and Marty's again. This has all happened in the space of hours for him.
You meet the right girl and just hits you. It's like lightning.
I've still got PTSD from fucking lightning.
Also, do you remember when we left Jennifer?
She's still on that fucking swing seat.
We've not mentioned her a second. Right, so you talk about this film being you talk about sort of not liking the Western genre as a whole, primarily because of its male dominance, and that kind of stuff. However, I find it very interesting that one of your favourite films, and one that you told me to watch, was what?
Well, I like Calamity Jane and Oklahoma. They're my two favourite musicals and they are both Western. But I will also tell you what they are. Female-led.
But here's my question. Fucking, is a genre defined by the summary of a lot of its mainstream previous works? Calamity Jane is a hybrid genre of a musical and a western. So if it is a western, it's part of that western genre. Now, is western as a genre only defined by your John Waynes and your Clint Eastwoods and your thises and your that is?
Because I don't like it, I haven't seen a lot of them, so I honestly don't think I could validly answer that question.
It is tricky, like fucking...
Yeah, I haven't seen...
Well, personally for me, fucking, the thing that always appealed to me as a genre was the western. It wasn't necessarily the sex of anyone or like whatever. It was the idea of humanity in wilderness. There's always been interesting to me about man against nature or man trying to work with nature.
I need more drink.
Yes, we need to refill
Oh, he's
this.
done the thing again, but
He's
with wood
remade
this
the
time.
model.
Hey, it's the same movie. What is the movie? What's
3 times.
Baby. Wow, what you doing?
Shit.
For fuck's sake.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just coming inside her. Thanks,
We
dude.
both are, to be fair.
So, this always confused me, because Clara is like 20, 30? And he's still
25.
ambiguously like between 40 and 80.
1885, that's pretty much right. It's 6:15 in the morning, by the way.
Oh yeah, let's set fireworks off from this wooden structure. Morons.
Smile, Doc.
Yeah, the picture's taken.
That's cute.
Surely you're not afraid to try something
Oh.
a baby can do.
That baby can do. That's not chicken though.
I thought they were ramping up to chicken. Oh no, it's Biff. Point 3.
This is where I was meant to shoot him in the back.
Oh shit, yeah. I like the fashion of the Western. I don't know what my problem with the Western is.
I was gonna say there's a lot of things that you like about it.
But
I think I don't think your problem is with westerns. I genuinely think your problem is with the patriarchy, and I think the western, classically, with the directors, because of the decade of humanity, it was big and popular.
yes.
Do you know what I mean? If westerns were big if westerns were as big as superhero movies were now, I think it'd be a different story.
I think so too. Oh,
Yellow. Oh fuck.
you gotta drink.
I know.
It's the rules.
We're doing a whole trilogy.
Hunt you and shoot you down like a...
Yeah, I would just be like, yeah, sure, I'll see you there.
I'm going back to the future.
I'm leaving the country now. Bye.
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
Right, what is that from?
Taxi driver.
Right, I get. There's like Dirty Harry, Taxi Driver, Scarface.
So
There's like a bunch of-
Scarface is say hello to my little friend. Taxi driver is you talking to me, and fucking Dirty Harry is do I feel lucky? Well,
Right.
do ya, punk?
Right.
Fun. Oh, it's the Undertaker taking that's a Western trope, I will grant you.
Yeah, and like, who is he played by? He's like got a very distinct
I'm not
look.
looking it up. No.
But like, he's looking.
Like an Undertaker.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, it's almost like the costume department did their fucking job, didn't it? It's almost like they did. It's almost like they did their fucking job, and you believe what you're seeing. It's almost like they're doing non-expositional context. It's almost like that's almost a good sign of filmmaking, where you don't have to explain everything that's going on in your scene in your world through fucking dialogue. Through fucking dialogue.
I swear to God.
I am your god now.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Wait a minute, Doc.
What is wrong?
Doc. You said Doc.
Oh fuck.
that affect the course of my life.
What the hell are you doing?
Something like that.
It's 7 a.m.
This tombstone could still be in your future.
How did he get a poncho that is exactly like? I'm assuming it's Clint Eastwood.
I think it's not exactly the same, but it's like in the same vein as.
Homage.
Yeah. This is what this film is really good at. It's like homaging the West quite a lot.
And what's clever is that they did show us that scene in the other movie, so we know what we're referencing.
Yeah.
Rather than just
that
going
other
in
movie
blindly.
being Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, the movie we watched
You remember
like 2
we
hours
did
ago.
the one we were doing the podcast on, yeah? Good.
That movie, you know the one.
I've at least got to tell her goodbye.
Come on, Doc.
I fucking left my girlfriend on a fucking porch swing.
I left my girlfriend on porch. What? You want to go say goodbye to your fucking boy in fucking, what, 1889? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, fuck. Right, hang on. Wait. That neckerchief he's wearing, that's made out of his old shirt from number 2.
Oh, cute.
But it's all faded because he's been there for 8 months
he's been
and
there
shit.
Fucking ever.
I was gonna, so later he used to it as a bandana. I was gonna say it then, but I'll say it now. Fuck it.
I really want to do that. I love doing that.
We'll cry in bed.
Flopping onto a surface and weeping like I'm in a fucking
From
melodrama.
Shrek 2.
Of all of the references you could have made.
But by the way, listeners, it's 6:39. Fuck.
Back to the future.
Roll credits.
I bet you ain't nothing but a gutless yellow turd. And I'm giving you to the
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yellow.
What the fuck? That's. Oh, here we go. So obviously this is a callback shot.
It's nearly 7 a.m.
Brilliant.
You leave me alone.
You stop that. Or maybe not. How did they get dark, you fucking idiot?
Also, like, why don't they, like, the sheriff would literally just be there and be like, go on then, shoot any of these people and I will instantly kill you in the town square.
No, but if they shoot dark, then it's... Yeah, in fact, no, actually, no.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Where is the fucking sheriff?
Hey!
Yeah, he broke his toes in, so he can't work now.
Can't dive now, he's mortal. Hey! When you hit your biffs, you gotta give him that triple twist. Straight into the manure.
You. He's gonna say it.
Get him out of that shit.
That's good enough for me.
I hate manure.
Right, take care of that baby.
Because if he dies, I'll never be born.
Dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Alan Silvestri bringing it home one last time. We're nearly at the end of this as well.
It's been nearly 7 hours.
Fuck me. I love the fact they do the bandit thing. Yeah, like this is the thing. They,
Yeah.
like, they do all the Western tropes. It's great.
Pick up the water pressure like the train will pass.
I don't think that's the thing.
Yeah, I didn't understand a word of that.
Just mumble your way through it, Chris, and they'll just
So
believe
just
you.
be like, sounds about right.
Oh, and here we go, third act. I'm not good at being drunk. Brilliant. He's literally like, what else? What else?
He's like, of course you fucking is.
My mum tried to bang me. I watched my dad punch my bully. My whole life changed. Then he brought me to the future. My kid's a fuck up, and then I got fired. But then that didn't happen. Then Biff ruined the whole fucking world. Then we tried to fix it. You got sent to the fucking West. I've tried to get your ass.
Now you want to fucking stay here because of a woman that's meant to be dead anyway? You
Stop
idiot.
fucking with my life.
She's got nice boots though.
Those are nice boots.
And now you're scared?
It was going down. It was going timber.
The script told me that now I'm scared to inconvenience you in the climax.
Damn it, Robert Zemeckis. He runs. He's on horrible with Clara. So, Marty's child check was basically for nothing. 86, 87, 88 miles an hour.
So is it now called like Train Crash Ridge instead of Dead Teacher Ridge? Eastwood Rain, no ravine, I love it.
Hey. Get out of the fucking car! Thank you.
Hey, well, you know, they did want it
DeLorean's gone now.
destroyed, so
That's it.
wish granted.
Oh yeah, fucking motif of the license plate spinning.
It's
destroyed. Just like you wanted.
You've got to make sure he fixed everything, because he still doesn't know yet. He hasn't been back.
Thank God you guys are all back to normal.
Well,
No.
Oh, there she is, your fucking unconscious girlfriend.
No bars anymore. Good thing you fixed it, otherwise you would have fucked her life up. And she didn't ask for any of this shit.
And is she gonna remember it? Are you guys gonna... Are you gonna be able to still marry her and have those kids?
Very unclear.
Like, you've been living in the Old West for like 5 days. You probably smell of like horse and desert and wood.
Yeah, what have you washed in?
You won't have washed.
I had the worst nightmare.
You had the worst night.
Hey, it's Flea.
Hey, you're going back for the other one.
Put your seatbelt on then, Jennifer.
On purpose.
It erased. It erased.
Like most of my lines in this movie.
Mad.
Doc's never coming back.
Oh, you lost your friend.
He lost his actual best friend. Like, literally, like, a couple of hours ago, he was with his fucking boy, like, just filming in a car park at 1 in.
Just thinking about...
Yeah.
Wow, you could have worn this.
And he built a train time machine.
Cute.
It looks sleek as fuck as well. How long was he there?
Exactly, he knows all about the future, and surely he would want to share that with her, but her little mind wouldn't be able to comprehend.
What? No. I'm guessing that the first place he wanted to go was see Marty. Or Einstein first.
It never quite sit with me either that Doc was not only the romantic type, but like, I don't know. He just always seemed so...
Oh, he's got a framed picture of both of them.
Oh, it's cute.
It's great, Doc. Your future is whatever you make it.
Then why wasn't that the trouble in the second movie?
You should... Well, because this film's better. Oh, here we go. Best shots coming up. I've waited the whole 7 hours for this.
Back to the future.
Roll credits, Dane.
Already in there.
Okay, don't answer my question then. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm actually and it fucking flies. Here
Oh,
we go. Best shot in the history of cinema. You can't convince me any differently. You actually can't. The end.
And they never will anymore.
End.
And they never will as long as Robert Zemeckis is alive.
Don't want them to ever.
They're not going to. Robert Zemeckis says, without my consent, you cannot make any more, and I will never give my consent.
That's it. We did it.
We fucking did it. We fucking did all 3 Back to the Future movies with the drinking game. We started at 4 minutes past 1, and it is now 15 minutes past 7.
Exactly. Your podcast, close it.
I mean, I'm very tired. It's 7 in the morning, and I'm drunk.
Good. I'm very drunk.
It's great. Watch Back to the Future. Why haven't you seen Back to the Future yet? Go and watch Back to the Future. It's great. It's, you know, it's solid. I learned...
Does it hold up? Does it hold up for you?
Yeah, it does. Well, I always thought the second movie was my favourite, but like, I don't think it is now. I think the first movie is my favourite now.
That's fair.
It's the better movie. That's not to say the 2 sequels are not good. They are valid. I like how they tie into each other. I didn't really watch it a lot when I was a kid. I did, but like on and off on television, you know, so I've not seen it like chronologically a lot of the time.
That's fair. I would say I've seen it more chronologically growing up because I always had it on VHS and then later like DVD and then streaming and like whatever.
Yeah. But I like it. It's just a solid little trilogy.
Yeah, I think as far as trilogies go, obviously everyone has their opinion and like what one they prefer or if the third one's good or it's not. I think it's great.
I think the third one is good.
I think it holds up. I think it's a nice round little story, and I think fucking Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale came up with something in 1985, 1984 that was fucking cute, timeless, and fucking. It was just a fun film. Like it says. I personally, I think the films that say the most are the films that set out to make very little.
Yeah.
And fucking.
This does that.
This is it. So why this film? Because it's fucking
great.
It's great. It's sci-fi up the wazoo if you're into that. It's family fun and fuck it. Like if you're feeling bad, watch Back to the Future because do anything. As Marty McFly and Doc Brown said, you can do anything that you set your mind to.
Hell yeah. Do you want to plug anything?
Yes, DDK Productions. By the time this comes out, we would have announced our episodes of Doctor Who Guardian, which will be my final episodes portraying the Doctor ever. Was the last time we're doing it. Very excited. It's been a very long journey. It's going to be great. I'd like to plug also the Irrelevant Actor podcast, which I am a technical producer on. A.B. Worthington is doing a cracking job with it. So like big ups to her. Well done, lass. So tune into that. Obviously, Why This Film? Thank you so much for having me. It's sound. Mr. Kieran M. Jenkins on Twitter. Fucking Kieran M. Jenkins. Facebook, Kieran M. Jenkins, Instagram. It's December. It'll be December this comes out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve comes out. Thanks for having me, man.
No, oh my god, thank you for coming. Thank you for choosing this batshit mental.
Thank you for ending. Thank you for choosing my pitch like 3 films. Thank you for ending the series with me.
Of course. How could we not? It's been an absolute delight. I can't wait to sleep.
Neither can I. Fuck me. Fucking. Oh yeah. Kieran Jenkins on YouTube as well. I occasionally upload poetry. If you're interested in that. Right. Fuck me. Hell.
Why This Film on all the usual places. You know the drill. You know
YouTube,
where we are.
Spotify,
We're everywhere.
Apple Podcasts.
Do it. Thank you so much for listening. Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.